saw smoke to the west, and when you see smoke, you go try to see where it is and try to help.
We got a call at about 10:30 or 11 that morning, so we got in the fire trucks and headed that way. And I mean, as soon as we got there, I knew that this was one of the fires that you can't do anything with. It's just humongous.
As soon as we noticed the smoke, we started making phone calls, found out that it was somewhat headed towards us. At that point, it was kind of gonna graze the west edge of our ranch. Well, it went north, but then the wind switched directions and it came right back across the entire ranch.
When this fire hit here, it was going 80 to 100 miles an hour. And you couldn't get away because you couldn't get out of the path of it. We've had fires before, but certainly never a fire like this. Right here where we're standing, it swept through here. I mean, I could count to 10 and it would already been by there because it was going so fast.
So the fire that day had been burning all the way from this Mocaine plant to Ashland, Kansas. When the wind changed to come out of the north, that turns that fire, it turned it into a fire that was 30 miles wide, and that was the head fire coming right at us.
We estimate we had 42 to 44,000 acres of grass that is all gone.
We lost about 40,000 acres of grass, burned all of our fences out. We don't have any fences left, and we have about 153 miles of fence is what we come up with as to what we have to repair.
I know ranchers that are just so devastated, they're just crippled because they don't know what to do, where to start. So the toll, both financially and emotionally, I mean, I really don't want to do the math on it, but it's millions and millions of dollars.
It's pretty devastating. A lot of the other neighbors, they lost a lot of their equipment. They pretty much lost everything except the clothes on their back and the vehicle they got out of the fire with, and that's it. You know, they lost their houses, all their equipment that they take care of their cattle with, just everything that they had, they lost.
We've lost a lot of lives of livestock, horses and cattle, family pets.
I spent 3 days of shooting cattle because they had burned out eyes, their feet were falling off, their teeth were all burned up. All the cattle that we had pushed onto the wheat, once they started smelling the smoke, they just went kind of crazy and they started running from it, of course. We just had hundreds of bodies of cattle strewn across pasture.
We were calving, and so you not only lost the cow, you lost the calf that was about to be born or the calf that was already born. And so at this point, we've lost over 500 of those cows.
$220 first calf heifers that we had just calved out. All their babies were on the ground. We have 11 left. One horse came in that next morning, and we couldn't tell which horse it was. That was horrible.
We've got a neighbor that raised his family on 160 acres. You can't do that here, but he did. And he had about 35 cows, and they're all gone. And so I probably cried more tears for our neighbor there. But we'll get him through it too. And you know, it's what we do. It's what we do to make a living. We love these animals. Everybody does. And you know, it's like the firemen that were apologizing to me. I kind of feel like I need to apologize to the cows that we couldn't get to them. But we had to save ourselves first, and to be able to save the ones. And like I've lectured my sons who help us here, and nephew, you know, that's history, and we're going to focus on the cattle that are alive. We're going to do the very best for them. I think what's so touching to me, just people are really good. The whole United States, and frankly the whole world, has run to help us. And these ranchers that are on that fire department, they fought for 2 straight days, and you know, they maybe lost a home or two, but think of all the homes they saved.
Everybody's been so supportive and really has come together to help each other through this. And then just the ag industry, wow. They have been amazing.
You know, the agriculture community is just, it's just a community that when somebody's in need, they just reach out and help. This weekend I unloaded some people that brought hay from Missouri, southwest Missouri, northwest Missouri, 400 miles away. They brought hay, they brought food. They said, this is our first trip, we'll be back. What do you need? You need more hay, you need fencing supplies, what do you need?
I can't believe it. I've gotten so many calls, people wanting to donate hay, donate range cubes, just all sorts of feed supplies for you, and clothing. They knew that we lost our houses. They knew that we had kids, toys. I mean, they've just been amazing.
From nearly every state in America has been sending us hay and fencing supplies and food and clothes. And you know, these are my favorite jeans because they're the last ones I have on earth, but I got all kinds of new jeans now. I mean, the store gave my wife a new pair of jeans, and I looked at the price tag. I was like, she said, wear them. I said, well, they cost $47. My goodness, you know, I'm going to save those for good. We're alive, we'll go forward, and you know, we'll make this a better place. The key for a lot of our neighbors is going to be accessing new cows and accessing new cattle to where they can replenish their herds. And that's why when you look at the Ashland Fire Community Relief Fund, you know, that equity that comes in there will rebuild fences and rebuild, you know, a lot of these infrastructures. I don't know how we'll do it. I don't know how our neighbors will do it, but we will do it. It's almost hard to put into words just how many people cared and how many people came here and how many people still care and are still coming here. We're not good at accepting help, but we're going to need to accept help now. And my goodness, the Lord has sent a lot of help.